Uh-oh. I'm seeing your OBS on the picture. Watch that. Alright, the IOU Media is live now, and that the only thing that's showing is the test stream.
Hey everybody, I just want to kind of give everyone a second to find their way over here because we are messing with YouTube tonight, and you'll have to let me know how everything sounds. I'm going to play some videos for you. We're going to talk about some documents I got and talk about kind of what happened this week. So obviously if y'all don't comment, I don't know that you're here. We're also live on Twitch if you found your way around to there. They can bring some interesting things to the conversation, and I try to keep up with your comments, so make sure that you let me know that you're watching. YouTube quality is way better than Facebook, and I would love, like I said, to see a comment. That always helps the algorithms. Make sure you press the like button. If you want to get notifications from YouTube, there's a bell, so it works a little different than Facebook. So I hope that you get a chance to check that out. Oh, hold on. One other place to share. I can do that here though. And I want to show you guys some stuff I got emailed today too. So I just want to give everybody a second to get their notifications and, you know, come on in. And in the meantime, make sure, you know, say hi, chat with me. I'm going to let this, I don't know how I can do this. I can pop out chat. Hey guys, you know, I'm getting kind of the hang of things a little bit more. Different kind of streaming than I'm really used to. But I need to share the YouTube link. We gotta share that out. So let me get this going here. There we go. Share. Copy link. Gosh, this does take me a second still. But I did order the cord for my TV. So I am hoping to get that hooked up. We are lonely without a kitty tonight. No kitties tonight. But how's that audio mix coming through? I don't know. For you guys on the outside, you know, if things are too loud, if you can hear me okay, all that happy jazz. There we go. There's one chat. I do have Facebook chat up. I'm not going to keep that running for very long. Hopefully they find their way over here. I got a video I want to start out with. If you haven't had a chance to see it yet, I want to play it. The music's great. The music's a little different than the music I usually use, but we'll find out as the night goes on. So again, guys, like the stream, comment. I'm just gonna jump right in and play a video for you that if you didn't catch, hopefully tonight you get to catch it tonight.
Motion to contact the solicitor about DEP issues and social media issues. Need a motion or yes or no on the motion?
What social media issues?
And what are your social media issues?
We went through that earlier.
Well, we didn't hear.
No, we didn't.
No, Suzette just came up with the thing that she talked about. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is social media issues, that things that you read on Facebook that are false, things that you read in the paper that are false.
And what do you have on issues with what?
With those comments.
Comments are public comments.
Right. Well, also when they're not true.
And illegal.
When
It
they're
doesn't
not,
matter
that's
if
your
it's true or
opinion.
false.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm
That's
trying to
your
understand why it's
Whoa,
not even
whoa,
over
whoa, that's
council.
your opinion.
Read First
That's your
Amendment,
opinion.
I think it's called, Anthony.
Yes, it is the First Amendment.
That's your opinion.
It's not, my opinion is not First Amendment.
Okay.
That's the entire
He's
United
saying
States.
it's true.
Anybody do
You're
that?
asking for a
Motion.
I'll make a motion.
And DEP handle those issues. Okay, need a second.
Who? And what are issues about these?
What are the issues with DEP?
Who's second? I can't hear.
Solicitor handle the issues.
Who's second?
Need a second.
Mrs. Chilson, let's talk after this.
So if it dies, I'll make a motion to have the solicitor contact DEP.
Motion made by Bob.
Yeah, what about EPA?
What's that?
I understand what DEP, but what about EPA?
Oh,
EPA is.
I don't like social media part.
Second by Cleo. Roll call vote.
The second was Bob Penzo.
No, I made the motion.
Cleo? Cindy?
No.
Gordy, yes. Mansell?
Absolutely not.
Bob?
Yes.
Passes 3-2. Okay, now it's not on the agenda, but I'll give you people all the opportunity to have any other comments that you have like we do every month.
I do have a comment. I still want an explanation of the social media issues.
I just told you.
I want an explanation of the social media issues that you're referring to.
Okay,
Are you trying to get the Bureau to censor Facebook?
no, people have already tried doing that.
What are you
The
trying
comments that are derogatory.
Public comments. Go
That's
ahead.
right. Okay? Now
There was
told you.
amendment.
Now I told
Keep
you.
going, keep going.
I told you.
Give an example.
What's
Right?
the example?
Told you.
Example.
Okay?
What's the
The example is that his wife put on Facebook that I have shipping dreams.
That's
she
public.
say
That's
that?
public.
That's her opinion.
That's her
It's
opinion.
a public opinion.
That's her opinion.
Right?
Read that.
She
So are you
I'm
gonna-
sorry, did you vote to do something about that statement? What was the resolution, if I may?
We're trying to find out what your
What you
end goal
did.
is.
My end goal is that put stuff that's true on social media.
That's
so
not
you're
a
trying to
requirement.
dictate what people put on there?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm not.
They can put whatever they want to on,
Hang on
but
a
they
minute.
may face the consequences.
Hang on. He didn't carry.
Okay, I was just curious what his end goal was. That was.
Because that
But the
came up.
motion didn't carry.
Okay.
I know it didn't carry, but there's a reason it came about.
No, it
There's a
didn't.
reason it came about.
Why wouldn't it?
No, it didn't.
It was only about DEP issues.
No, it didn't.
No, it was DEP and social media. was
Motion
the-
No,
to
he
contact.
changed
no.
it.
Bob, okay,
Yeah,
hold on,
what
I
do you
did
have
hear
in
it,
your-
whoa, hold on, I did hear it. Bob did change the motion to just DEP, I did
Right.
hear that.
Right.
And this is my comment. You asked things about like end of the
No,
motion
second,
now.
the other one.
Now,
No. You asked a question about social media.
right, and you
Okay.
said public comments, and now I'm asking you
Yeah.
what was the issue?
I just
with
want to clarify that.
Okay, I'm not talking about
Yeah.
DEP. I'm talking about the issue that you
I
brought
told
up.
you. I told you what my issue is.
So you're trying to censor.
No,
is what
that's
you're
my
trying to say.
opinion.
Okay, then your opinion, you can't. Why are you putting a vote upon everybody else on
I
your
don't,
opinion?
you can do whatever you want. I don't care. You can
Then
do whatever
why
you
are
want.
you even bringing it
You
up?
went into executive session over it.
No,
So
that was one of many.
No.
That was one
Well,
of many.
Yeah, so-
yes.
No,
hold on, everybody. Hold on, everyone.
Underneath your legal
right.
issues.
Hold
Were
on.
you in the executive session?
It's
No.
on your agenda.
I'm just going by what you said.
Mr. Chilson?
No, what we did was legal issues, and the only thing we talked about.
And you
was
stated
DEP.
that social media issues were
Okay.
legal issues.
Yeah,
Mr.
that's
Chilson,
exactly.
this is Anthony Urbano talking. You are going down a slippery slope if you're trying to control social media. Slippery
Hey,
slope.
you do what you want.
I'm
All
telling you
I
right now.
want is
It's
a
on
slippery
the
slope.
agenda.
I know, but it's not, he brought it up.
Right.
And it's going to legal, he wants legal to handle it. Slippery slope.
No, that's not, they did not approve that. today.
Yeah, but you brought it up, you brought it up.
Social
You
media.
opened this can
You
of worms.
wanted
right?
it, you wanted it to get pushed. Be
What
careful.
other comments you have?
Why did you call the first ban for the music in the park that was approved all in favor and told the council knew nothing about it and the event was canceled?
Who, okay, now, who approved it?
The council.
DEP is the one that approved
Did
it.
the hole in the tank ever get plugged properly?
Was, the hole in the plug, or excuse me, the hole in the water tower was done 2 weeks ago? And it was done exactly the same as the other 7.
Again, why wouldn't it have been nice to put out on Facebook or something to say, hey, you know, this issue that we had with the stick in the tank is finished now? Why doesn't some information
Keep
come down
everybody in the
upstairs?
dark like it's a big secret.
It's simple. We don't have a website. We voted tonight to put together a website, right?
There's
Facebook.
Facebook.
I don't have Facebook.
And that's probably my
Yeah.
thing that I should get out more.
We don't have a borough Facebook page.
You don't have time.
You
have
do.
so much
You
to
have
do
hers.
to catch up on stuff, and not faulting you.
But I would try to get better.
Or you can bring that information to the meetings. The committees that have these things, that's why I try to bring things up, can bring that up to the meeting and disseminate it.
Wasn't it discussed at the special meeting?
I believe so, yeah.
I'm not talking about that issue, I'm talking about any issue that the public actually
So-
given out to the public.
I think this lady here went to the water tower and photographed that the water tower was repaired.
I'm that
and put it on
lady.
Facebook.
Right, but that information should have came
Just so
to
you
you
know.
guys.
Didn't he just
to
say
the
he
public,
didn't do this?
back to us. It shouldn't have to come from someplace else.
We're,
But I understand what you're trying to say, it's just there, but I do
Just
have a
keep
question
people
about
updated
the
on what's going on.
agenda.
also, the borough passed a motion a year and a half ago that they have no affiliation with any kind of Facebook or public weekly paper or whatever. That was-
So Dana,
Right,
Dana,
but
what
I'm
he
saying
said
is,
is,
since
what
you're
he
here,
said
you
is
disseminate
actually
that
true.
information to
So really by rights, it wouldn't be a problem for you to take down the Lawrenceville Borough Facebook that you have because of the vote that they have.
Oh, we can take it down.
Yeah, you could take it down.
I didn't say borough Facebook, I said any public.
You just said,
Yeah,
you don't have any
that's not a public
affiliation with
Facebook.
You just said it.
Okay, I
I
said
will,
that.
I probably will once we get a website up and it's published.
But anyway, any other public discussion?
I just want to comment on Anthony's question about how meetings should be run. Every meeting that I know of, as far as government, should be run by the Robert's Rule of Order, whether it's union, borough, state, doesn't matter. That's how it's supposed to be run.
All right, so I'm going to kind of pause it there and bring myself back up and talk a little bit about what that means and what I did. So what you heard was that you heard a resident in the back say, hey, listen, we would really like to know how to get this information. It would have been nice to know, that things were like fixed or things are repaired or things are good. What's going on with the water? How can we streamline the flow of information? And oftentimes you hear a lot of references back to the borough is not associated with social media. There's no social media for the borough, and so on and so forth. So those are very common themes that we hear when we ask how are we supposed to get information. So I titled this video How I Started and How I Became, because I came to a meeting which was the early handheld. I'm on the table. You can clearly see how far we've come, and those of you guys that have been with me all summer have seen how we've evolved. I mean, heck, look at my feed now, compared to what we were doing in the beginning. And I like to be outside during the summer still. So if we're not so addicted to this kind of digital content, I'd still like to do some streaming outside when the weather is good for y'all, because this isn't the only thing I want to do. But I did go up to the water tower. I did have permission. So I thought this video was important because in my right to know request today, I got the meeting minutes for October. And you know what? Let me play the rest of that. Let's play the rest. And then I'll tell you why those minutes are important.
What says that in the PA general assembly.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I guess discussion with
Nobody
seconded it. Nobody seconded it.
Nobody seconded it. Go ahead.
They don't have
I'm seconding it.
I didn't hear.
I actually did second it, but go ahead.
Taking the time. I'm trying to respect the fact that you asked not for questions but for comments. I just want to comment that it was admitted that the funds are all being commingled. So what I'd really like to know is Penn York accounting, or is Dana doing the research for the missing account deposits for the water bills?
What funds are missing?
They weren't applied to the accounts, right? Just to make it clear.
Yes, the water and sewer payments in May. A lot of those were not applied in the software program for the water and sewer.
Are you
Well,
fixing that, or
I
is Penn
am-
York fixing
Oh
it?
no, I am fixing them. I do the water. I think I have most of them corrected.
So are the funds being commingled, if I can ask that question?
Such as what funds?
That's all of them. That's just a general statement. It doesn't ask about funds specifically. Are the funds for the borough being commingled?
If there's any funds being commingled, it would be water funds and borough funds, because all borough funds are going basically the same accounts, except for the accounts are designated differently.
Right, so I
Broke
would
down
move some stuff into the general
Broke
fund.
down within the.
In the profit loss, yeah, in the budget.
From general to water to general to water. General. Okay, that's being commingling of funds, even if it
What money comes in for the water and sewer?
It's supposed to, but it
Cannot
doesn't.
have that because
I'll bring you some profit and loss
Okay,
reports.
why,
I'll just bring you some examples.
who said you could go up to the water and sewer tower?
I told you.
This
Okay.
and Mr. Mansell, and the fact that someone else had already filmed it. Did you give Channel 18 permission to go up to the water tower?
No, we didn't give anybody permission.
Well,
Is
you should
Channel
ask them
18
that.
at the water
You
and sewer?
should ask Channel 18 that question too,
Okay.
because
Because it says no trespassing.
It does.
Okay, and you trespassed.
Well, when we left that meeting, you said go ahead and look at it, anybody wants to look at it.
Yeah, you did.
And we took down the names of the people that are going to go.
So if you want to.
With you.
You told me to look at
I'd be
it.
happy to respond.
Did not
if you
take
file.
that.
So you're saying your badge, you can go wherever you want to, whenever you want to?
No, public property. So any property owned by Lawrenceville Borough, I have technically access to. I wasn't trespassing, I was investigating and reporting. There's a difference. That's why I'm a media company and not an individual. Listen, you guys know what happened after that. And here, oh goodness. You ready to see how this got recorded? I'll read it to you. Angelina from INU Media asked if Penn York Accounting or Dana is researching missing money for water accounts. Dana stated that she is fixing the issue of funds that were deposited in May but not applied to water accounts for some reason. Dana's start date was 5/31/2022 and was not doing the water billing at that time. Angelina asked if funds for a borough are being commingled. Gordy stated that water funds and borough funds are being designated to the right accounts. I'm echoing a little. Interesting. Let's turn this one down. Let me turn it down a little bit and see if that helps. Okay, so let me know how that turned out. So it says that Dana's start day was 5/31, that's May 31st, and was not doing the water billing at that time. Angelina asked if funds for borough are being commingled. Gordy stated that water funds and borough funds are being designated to the right accounts. Like the audio just stopped. Cause it's I get it. It's using the grr. I'm sorry that you can't be in my ear, but that's how things work tonight. All right, perfect. I see what it's doing now. So anyway, that's not exactly how this went. So for having trouble getting the link shared out for those of you that are watching. You guys haven't commented. I can see that there's some people in there. So you don't have to. You're not required to, but it is at least thumbs up me. All of those things helps the algorithm. Very useful, at least for me and for my business. And let me find right here. I just got a message, so hold on. Help some people out here. That's not what I wanted to put in there either. Just need the YouTube link. All right.
It's like, no make and share links for you. Okay, share. I got 1 thumbs up. I guess that works. That's better than nothing. I just got way too many things going on. All right. And I know what that's for too. So I got another video I'm going to play for you guys. That's what that alarm means. And we're going to do it right
Okay,
now.
did anyone else here say this?
Why would you name this?
Okay, but anyway.
No, you can't.
Okay, getting back to
Liar.
Cindy's question
Quiet,
that there's no money designated for this issue with DEP or
Okay, how much is there, Gordy?
There is $75,500.
So we can get a generator.
Okay?
Where?
There is professional services under solicitor, there's $7,500.
Okay, that'll get us less than 20 hours, go ahead.
Okay? Under 429.31 on wastewater collective professional services.
That's the operator.
That's the
So
operator.
the operator is up above it, under full-time, part-time.
No,
we're talking licensed operator.
that's
Okay,
Apex.
Then there's contracted services, $30,000. Then there's professional services under water of $3,500.
That's
Then there's additional
That's Apex.
$22,000 under contracted services.
That's Apex.
That's your opinion.
Apex. No, that's what
Guys,
contracted
we already
services
voted.
Okay, it's over
What's
with.
the discussion?
This is
We already voted.
Apex.
You want to argue something? he
Where
can't
are the
argue.
fines located? Where are the fines that we have set aside the money?
Civil penalties.
PennDOT, we owe how much?
11 something.
Just shy of $12,000.
Okay,
I want to be
okay,
all
hold
night debating stuff that does not matter.
Where are the
Our-
fines?
Okay.
Where's the money
Go to
coming
the
from the
agenda.
fines?
What fines?
The
Civil
fines we're
penalties.
going to get.
We're going to get, you're anticipating fines.
Oh, yes.
Okay. You
Because
also-
you're refusing to do what they say. Where is the money coming out of? What, where?
Okay, we're moving on.
What's the status of the $6,000?
There is no place for any
anything.
Previous borough invoices and action
This is why
taken.
we're with trouble with EPA.
Where are these in?
Refusal to do anything they ask us to do.
Okay. I've got a couple things here that when I asked for, from Dana, when I asked for right to know requests. One was a bill here from Richard McCoy, attorney in Wellsboro, for $20-some hundred on 10/25/19. Can anybody tell me what that bill is?
Yeah, it's for your lien.
Okay,
And where
why,
you refuse to pay the money for water.
okay, why did they never hire that attorney?
I don't know, I wasn't on council then.
Okay. And then
Is that on
also,
the
If that lien
agenda?
is not renewed,
No.
it drops
yeah,
off.
yeah, it's right here.
By the way.
Previous borough
You
invoices
know
and
what?
action taken.
June. I have the
Very
number.
last item on the agenda.
Okay. Okay, the next one is the settlement agreement that the borough had wrote up between the borough and myself to remove that lien. It's signed by the borough, but I never received a copy of it back in 2019.
Who signed
Who
it?
signed it?
James Frew III on 11/27/19.
He had no authorization.
He's a worker.
Yeah, he's a
Well,
worker.
Well,
Let me see that.
all I'm telling you is,
Well, I don't care. He's a worker. He's an employee. He used to be an employee.
Is there a list of the invoices or is that,
well,
are there other invoices?
they're all listed right there. These are the
Collaborative.
No, it's not signed, it's not, nothing.
Call, yeah, ask him. What made him, who gave him the authority to do that?
He's a worker.
They can be here at the January meeting. Why not?
What does that?
Can I see
I
that?
don't even know if that's his signature.
I don't know either. Yeah, send it to him, get the picture of it, send it to him.
Is there another one?
Nah, that's
Request his
probably.
won't
attendance
see.
at the
there
January
another
meeting
one?
for this.
Oh, invoice
Is
and
there
action.
another
Request his
invoice?
attendance at the January meeting for that, for clarification.
The only thing is you can't hold a gun to their head and make them come.
Well, he has the legal right to agree to that anyway, period.
Correct.
End of discussion.
There was never, you can't even find any meeting minutes on this. This is never heard of it before.
Well, somebody had an attorney draw it up.
I'm gonna say Richard McCoy,
Well, it's not signed.
LLC, 29
Well, that's on the bill.
Main Street, Wellsboro.
What is
This
that?
attorney was never hired by the
He had a
borough.
lien on his property.
Yeah, I know about that.
This is a worker that used to be in charge of the water and sewer, like a supervisor. He just automatically signed that and says that the lien's gone, or went and got a lawyer.
Well, the lien's not gone, so.
Yeah, the lien's not gone, it's there.
Well, he's saying that that's his evidence
No.
to get rid of it.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, who had this drawn up?
What did it cost?
I don't know.
I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
I don't know.
I've never seen it before.
You can let me look at it.
I'd never seen it before.
Well, he's gonna ask the
Okay.
guy.
You offered it to me, so you
Oh, yeah.
let me look at it?
You're welcome to look at it.
Right here.
Also at the time, that was the borough office.
Is there a stamp on that?
I don't see one.
It doesn't get stamped till it gets recorded.
It's still gotta be stamped. It's gotta
When it's
come-
recorded.
It's gotta become somebody official.
It's gotta be recorded. It's not been recorded. It can't be recorded until both parties sign it.
There's a stamp on
Whoever writes that up is gotta sign it.
It was drawn up by some attorney, I don't know who.
It wasn't drawn up. An attorney would have signed it.
That was the office for the water and sewer department at that time. This is stamped here.
Yeah.
And this was done in 19?
Yeah.
And who is James, whatever his name
James
is?
Frew,
Yeah.
he was whatever for the borough. He's the one that called all the shots for the borough.
He was like a supervisor of the workers.
He's the one that was the go-between the contractor and the slip lining, a $400,000 loan.
Does he have that kind of authority?
No.
I have no idea.
Okay, well,
Unless he's
number one, you didn't sign this, so this document's really.
No, I just found it.
Okay.
Now I want to know who had it drawn up.
Well, where'd it come from?
Where'd it come from? That's the
Okay.
question.
But here's the next thing.
Where'd you get that?
They never hired this lawyer,
When you say they, who are you talking about?
Lawrenceville Borough Council.
And when was this done?
Did they did there?
How do you know?
That was
he
a
didn't?
bill. That was done in several.
19.
Yeah, he billed the borough 4 or 5 times here.
Yeah, I don't know. That's before I started showing
And
up.
then here's a bill for me when the water authority was still in effect. By Lawrenceville Borough.
This was billed to you,
Yeah.
and that's the charges on the 54 Main Street property?
Right. This is when the water authority was not dissolved until April.
Right.
And this is 3 months
So
before
it's
that.
safe to say that if you didn't pay those charges, there's a lien against that property, correct?
Yeah, but the lien
They never were built.
I was never billed.
We were never billed because at that time, you weren't paying anything. Because you
What?
were, and you couldn't collect on it at the same time because you were in office.
What are you talking about?
That's what your ethics charge stemmed from.
No,
Yes.
you don't have
Yes,
no
it
idea
is.
what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
It
Okay,
is.
let me ask this question. If I, on 7 Beffard's Riverside Estates, chose not to pay my water bill,
Right,
you'd shut it off,
Yes.
and eventually
yes,
you would go through the deal to put a lien against my property, correct?
correct, yeah. But
So the only way for me to get rid of said lien would be to pay those charges. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
So let me ask this, do we send a water bill to the borough office currently?
No,
Why not?
You know if you don't pay that, there's gonna
Why?
be another ethics charge.
Because it's a borough.
You're now
See,
asking the
here's-
public.
See, here's something
We
that
don't
you
bill
don't
the fire
know.
department
Okay.
or the
If that
borough.
drops off in June,
Here's something
it's
that you
not
don't know.
renewed.
Okay, from August of 16 to January of 18,
Yeah.
I never received a water bill. I never received an overdue notice. I never received a shut-off notice. I never had a meter reading,
Right.
okay? They never read the meter.
That's because I believe you told him you didn't have water on. If I remember right.
Here's a simple question. Is the water on in that building right now as we speak?
Yes.
It is.
It's been, and it gets a bill every month.
The property that has a lien against it, the municipal lien for the water bill, has the
Yeah.
water on currently
Yeah.
in there.
That's illegal.
Now, another thing is that when the borough took over the water authority, they had to pay all the water authority's outstanding debts. okay?
Is this on the agenda someplace, Gordy?
Yes.
Going after 20,
It is.
the previous council?
Looking for a vote or what?
No, I want to know who hired this guy, who did this,
Call him.
and who did this.
How long you had it? Call him.
How long I had it about 4 days.
You didn't call the attorney? You didn't call through and ask him?
No, I don't know how to get a hold of Fruit. Richard McCoy is represented by the borough of Lawrenceville. He doesn't represent me.
You can't call him and ask him?
My attorney represents me.
Well, that's understandable,
Okay.
but if you want to get down to the bottom of that.
Okay. After my attorney wrote a letter to Richard McCoy, okay, and explained the facts, okay, then somebody wrote this agreement, okay?
Okay.
And did you read it? It says
Yeah.
under circumstances that are confusing or whatever, okay?
Right.
Okay, and in that letter, it was I never got billed or whatever.
Okay.
All right, but what I want to know is, who authorized this in the borough to have this done?
Well, you've got a signature on there, from what I'm understanding, wasn't
Jim Fruit,
authorized
yes.
to give you that. So I guess you'd have to research that and find out who drew that document up.
And it should be in the borough office in the minutes.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing in the minutes of
Well,
research.
then it didn't
No, it
happen.
didn't happen.
Okay.
I'm you words.
This invoice
If
is
it's
not.
not in the minutes, it
okay?
didn't happen.
Hiring this attorney is not in the minutes,
Right.
okay?
Didn't
So it
happen.
never happened?
I don't know. Did it?
Why is this not in the finance committee talks to actually find this stuff out before it even comes here?
Why?
Yes.
I just run across it when I
4
asked
days
for
ago.
4 days ago.
So when you say you just run across it 4 days ago, or you just received it 4
I
days
just
ago?
run across it. What I mean is, Dana, I asked her for a right to know request, and I listed about 12 items for my attorney, okay?
Alright.
And these were neither one of the items, but the borough, for some reason, has a file on me alone. It's about half-inch thick, and it pertains to different items in the borough, like where I was refused for abatement. And then there's a memo on there that says he's gonna ask why he was refused, what do we say? That kind of stuff in these memos.
And you're referring back to the previous council before this one?
Yes.
Previous council or secretary?
No.
4 years ago.
Who was the secretary 4 years ago?
Jill Hall.
Bill Hall.
Okay.
In fairness, Mr. Chilson, how much personal, do you want that shared, that document? How much personal information's in it? Do you want that shared? Do you want us to ask?
In this,
What you're asking everybody?
it's public knowledge. You go to the courthouse, it's public knowledge.
If you want to share it with me just a second, I'll share it with everyone, because there's the people that aren't here are watching. So
I mean,
I'm happy to help you share that document.
Yeah,
but
if you wanna, if you wanna ask, when did the borough hire this attorney, that's fine, okay?
No, the question that you were asking.
That's what I'm asking is, when did they hire this attorney?
It is.
And the next thing is, when did the borough hire this company to do a forensic review?
I don't know what that
Okay.
company is, so.
You don't got the answers?
No, it's not in the minutes. They never hired this guy.
So you look back, the date that was signed. What's the date on the front of it?
Is that
April.
forensic audit, they paid $20,000 or something? for it?
They paid $14,000 for
So
this.
you look back through the minutes, it's not in there.
No. Okay?
I haven't looked, so I can't, that's hard for me to believe. I'm not saying it's not, but it's hard for me to believe.
So you think that forensic audit wasn't done when they dissolved
This is
the
not a
authority?
forensic audit.
What is it?
It is a forensic review.
Why are we discussing your own personal issues here?
No. Why?
Yeah.
Because this slanders me in
All
about
about
half a
what?
dozen times. And you and your wife.
I don't care. I did
I
nothing
know you
wrong.
don't, but you did at the time.
Mr.
I did nothing wrong.
When we're done, if that's public stuff that you
Me and
want
my
like
wife.
shared to ask, can I get
The hell
this?
did
So, you
No,
definitely just I don't have a lot of words for what happened there. What words I do have is that, I mean, if I owed money for an electric bill. They wouldn't let me turn on an electric in another house. So I know those things. The water is a public utility. If he gets the meter read, then it would be really great not only to see this document that he says we can go to the courthouse and get, but I mean, like, I was right there, and I'm sorry that he wasn't understanding. I don't think Mr. Chilson gets what I'm doing. Guys, I don't think that I can't help that he's pretty much the focus of most of our conversations. He creates motions, he asks for votes, he doesn't conduct himself in a manner that we would expect a public figure to conduct himself. So, what I am pretty sure after now a couple of days has gone by, I did that right to know request. I got the meeting minutes. I've already posted invoices for you guys. I posted the Apex invoice and I posted the Jimmy Joe Carl invoice. So there was something else I was right about to pull up for you too. And that is, yeah, those right here. So let me pull this over here and share this with you. That this is, they're not in order because I don't generally get very many things like in order. So we have just, this is all it includes. It doesn't unfortunately include what the work that was performed by these technicians, just technicians. Okay, so this is October 29th to November 11th. That one only totals $2,500 and some change. This one, wastewater treatment plant. This one's a little bit bigger. This is for the personnel, and then you've got their meals, mileage and lodging. This was all agreed to in the contract that we signed with them, or that you guys signed with them, rather, that was signed with them. So, and I may go back to those meeting minutes, but I'll post them for you guys. You're welcome to go back through the videos. There's a lot of discrepancies based on what the account in those meeting minutes is and what we witnessed on our feed. And I just showed you about me. And I'll make sure that you guys have this. But Gordy asked me who gave me permission to go to the water tower. Angelina stated Mr. Mansell. It wasn't just Mansell, but Mansell immediately was like, hey, like I did too. And they did, and Cindy both. So you guys know that I have no trouble reaching out to people. And I was given the go-ahead that it was fixed, and I wanted to report on that. So I'm never going to apologize for doing the right thing. That's why I think Mr. Chilson doesn't really know what's going on, because I've tried to help him out, and if he still thinks that I'm just trying to throw him under the bus, that's because he's throwing himself under the bus. I think everybody up there is responsible for what's going on, and I've even got a really good moment that I picked out for you that I'm going to play for you in a minute. But I said, so Angelina says she has access to any property owned by the borough. Gordy said that was her opinion. So I can just tell you that this isn't what happened. This was not the interaction that you guys watched me have at all. So I'm really curious to see how these other minutes come out. And of course, I always keep the Sunshine Act pulled up. It's not that long, guys. It's not that long. There's so many references to it. Please take a second. It's big print even. I mean, it's not bad. What I was looking for, right, were bills or hearings where testimonies taken in sessions. That's House of Representatives. Hold on. A person adheres recording devices. I look at this all the time. A person attending a meeting of an agency shall have the right to use recording devices to record all the proceedings. Nothing in this section shall prohibit the agency from adopting and enforcing reasonable rules for their use under Section 710. All right. Section 710 is right here, public participation. And again, it always references other Section D, which is down, but we'll talk. I can read this to you. I don't think it needs to be spelled out any more or less clear than what you get here. They can't stop us from recording, not me, not a council member, not a person who shows up. They can't stop a turtle from carrying around a tripod, okay? It doesn't matter who it is. They have absolutely no right, especially since I'm not disruptive. My equipment is not disruptive. My equipment is, in fact, substantially less disruptive than the mainstream media because I'm very, mobile if I have to be. I'm only one person, so when I have to grab 10 things, that takes me a second. You guys help me out. Thank you, because you're always supportive. I'm only can move as fast as one person can move. So take a look. I encourage you guys to go. There's some chatter already going on about these invoices. Please check out the Jimmy Joe Carl invoice. I'm not really sure what the job of an engineer is, but these are letters, okay? So, obtained quotes for the purchase of portable sewer meters. That's 3 hours. That's $80 an hour to gather quotes. Prepared an advertisement specifications for portable meters for bidding. That was October 15, 2021. Upon bidding, contacted so-and-so to verify again that the borough could purchase the meters through the grant. That says March 22. I'm not sure if that money ended up coming from the grant. We'll have to take a look when the reports come out. Attended a meeting, right? So this is, I can imagine, if it's $80 to bring this guy to a meeting, no, don't bring him to an hour. That's an hour. So yeah, if you invite him to one of the council meetings, it's gonna cost you, $240 for that's 3 hours. So all of the assisted with corrective action plans, this is in one of the violations. I'm not sure if these have been submitted to DEP or not yet. I know you guys, a couple of y'all got answers to that. And when we were on Facebook, you usually leave in the chat. I know it's a little different, but you'll get it. You've got to be able to find me on other platforms just in case Facebook decides they don't like us anymore. This is charges to complete an inventory. This is to complete a report. Sub-consultant engineering fees. So we paid somebody else to come in for preliminary design. So very, very, very small steps. There's still no generator. We hear that over and over again. So this was one of the bills that had to be paid that wasn't just kind of frivolously brought up at the meeting. So we Parks committee lists, I did get those as well. I'm going to get documents onto you guys. I don't just want to show them to you on just a stream because then they're just here and you have to come find them. So I'm hoping to start getting those documents uploaded and posted. I got some for you. So I want to show you something else too because I'm not done. I lined up a couple of things for you. I've got an update on the mulch.
Yeah. I do have a couple of updates that I wanted to say because I was asked about the mulch. I did contact the lawyer. I spoke with him and I emailed him over all the stuff that I have. I haven't heard back from him because I'm assuming he's busy. But the other thing is with the website, that should be up and running hopefully in a couple of weeks. So that'll be a good thing too.
Yeah.
What's that?
The website.
Oh, website.
No, my ire was kicked up here when you made it sound like the fire department was paying for the borough to have the meeting. That's called a misconception.
Hey, I don't want to hear it from you. All right, okay?
Oh, spare me.
No, yeah.
Did you have a motion?
Okay. I need a motion.
Made a motion.
Cleo made a motion, second by Bob. Roll call vote. Corey, President, yes.
Supposed to vote last.
Vice President Bob.
Yes.
Michelle absent. Cleo.
Yes.
Cindy absent.
4-0.
Hank.
Just call it for vote.
Yes.
Okay. Mansell, no, I'm sure. Or absent. I should probably put either. Okay. Vote 4-0.
Just for the record, this new guy that we're hiring for plowing, if I see this guy plowing anybody's driveway on this committee, I will pursue it to the end. Period.
So there you go. I mean, that is what we've seen. That's definitely what we've seen. And I got some meeting minutes. I've almost taken up an hour of you guys' time. We take up so much of it for these meetings to begin with. I wanted to share those things with you. So you can reach me on Facebook pretty much anytime. I'm almost always available to write you back. The webpage has a form on it. You can fill that out too. That comes into my email. The phone number's on there. You can text me. You can call and leave a message if that's your thing. I'm not likely to answer the phone unless I know who it is, but it's a business line. So you guys know I have a regular job. But if you watch down below and you check some of my descriptions, I'm feeling like being generous for Christmas. This costs me money, so not just this costs me money, but I want to share this with you before I go, because we did watch an exchange about like documents and stamps. It may whitewash out. Oh, it didn't do too bad. So you can actually tell that this is a certified copy. All right, and I don't take this everywhere anymore, but this is the cover page. It's dated December 28th, 2018. I haven't scanned it in. Like I said, there's the emboss. I don't carry this around a lot, but this is the document that is in question. Now, you can do the math yourself. I've done it a few times, but I have no idea what gets charged for fees, all right, or interest or anything like that. What I can tell you is that as of, this was October 21st, stamped and notarized. Not pulling any bones. If you want to see it, I have it, just ask. It is the, obviously, municipal lien on Mr. Chilson's property. The claim is June 13th. So if anybody wants to shoot me out the exact date that the water authority no longer operated, that would be cool. I find it hard to believe that a member of the council goes unaware that he's got a bill for property since June 13th, 2018. That's my opinion. Y'all are, that is obviously still active as of the 21st of October. I did not make it to the commissioners meeting, and I wholeheartedly apologize for that. I mean, yeah, this is invoices. This is all stuff, and I have some of this out because I'm getting ready to finish my paperwork for the end of the year. For you guys that know what that's like, I do have to get that done. It's still a business, so no matter what, I have to be prepared to show where I'm spending my money. All right. I want to see Lawrenceville Borough make sure they're utilizing their tax exemption government, entity. I think that's important. I'm looking forward to January. Maybe we're going to get some campaign candidacy announcements and see how that goes. So I have poised myself to run political ads. I have to write my disclaimer. Not a big deal. That'll be short coming because, for those of you that want to campaign, if it's something that we think that will help, and we think that we can help Lawrenceville Borough, but I'm not going to favor one over the other. So again, that offer stands to Mr. Chilson if he decides to run and he wants to run a political ad as part of his campaign. I'll consider, or my business will consider, the income, because revenue is revenue. How much? I can read out loud how much. So the amounts the sum. So together, $1,457.92. That's comprised of $1,112.92 for overdue and unpaid water and sewer service fees, and $345 in fees and costs, plus any additional amounts accruing thereafter, and all other amounts permitted by law, together with interest, penalties, and costs against the following property at 54 Main Street. And more particularly described in the deed dated October 21st, 2005, and it has the parcel ID and all of that on here. So this is, we've been given to understand that the said claim is still due and unpaid. October 21st, 2022. So I did go right down. The other property liens in the borough are accessible from the computer at the Prothonotarius. You do pay for copies, and then you pay for certified copies as well. So there is a fee. There's only the one computer. They may have a stool. I'm not sure. So if you're not really comfortable with standing, you may want to take a friend, because there's a bench outside. But I've kept you guys here for an hour, and there was a great, like, a 14-minute, need to find photos of the property. So I do have, there's some photos. Google Maps, the street view actually drives you down the street. I believe you could see it in the Google Maps. So help yourself there if you know how to navigate that. That's a lot of fun. I didn't know there was a Napa down there. I was like looking through the Google Map things, wandering around, and that was cool. So yeah, there's a Napa in town. I don't even know if it's open. Guys, feel free to comment and let me know. But I like being here on YouTube. I think the stream went pretty good for being able to kind of switch back and forth and show you a lot of stuff. I did have a lot of it lined up. Don't get quite so nervous. Facebook has just got so many semantics. And I'm worried always about my channel. I don't think the notifications go out. I did not get my own notification for my stream, so it doesn't surprise me if you guys aren't getting notified. And that would, make sense why video counts go up after the live streams are even done. So I try not to do them too long when it's not a meeting. But I really apologize for missing this commissioners meeting. So to you guys that do see me down in Tioga County, I think everybody right now has got one meeting on their list that they're like, I was just like not well enough to go to. I mean, COVID is still real, but the flu is real and the common cold is real, and we have to still be careful, guys. Before COVID was around, my husband's had a bone marrow transplant, so you guys know I'm his caretaker. And after the meeting this week, honestly, like, he's cooked. I'm not really hanging real close to him because I've been around a lot of people, and a lot of people have been like feeling sick. So if you are, stay home. I don't know if you should wear a mask. That's not up to me. But my best, I was always stay home. Keep your germs at home. Keep your germs to yourself, cough in your arm. I hope everybody didn't forget those things now that we're coming out of a public health crisis. Or we are in. I don't know. But I know that the YouTubes aren't necessarily going to kick us off for that, but Facebook sure will flag us. If you're not getting the notifications, make sure you sign up. YouTube does things a little bit differently. There's the bell notifications because you can change kind of how often you get them, and you guys will figure out how to chat. I want to move a little bit away from Facebook. I want to bring some Elkland folks in on YouTube. People aren't using Facebook, and I don't blame them. And some people are still depending on the mainstream media to find out about what's going on in Lawrenceville. So, we still need them to come. We need everyone to get involved. I don't think I'm competing with anyone. No one else releases content like I do. So what kind of competition is that, right? Why can't we work together to get the word out? This expensive investigation packet, the half-inch quarter file that is on Mr. Chilson, I guess specifically at the office, but I'm more interested in whatever that data is that was like $30,000 or $40,000, I'm getting told a huge, allegedly, like an exorbitant amount of money for some data. So I'm looking forward to seeing if we can get whatever this is, if it's public record. Gordy claims it's a smear on him. I think it might turn out to be useful data that we can use to make informed decisions on in the future. I mean, maybe, or now, maybe now. The budget didn't pass, so there's got to be a moment before the next meeting, which is really soon, the 2nd. Hold on, let me pull the calendar up right quick. Yeah, the 2nd. We've got one more Monday. So we kind of got to know what's going on with this budget by that time. I would expect to see a public meeting announced between now and then, but I'm going to read this to you verbatim because you deserve to know. You guys that seen my right to know request, I'll post it for you. That's a public document. I've specifically, oh God. I'll show you. This is what my right to know request I just sent in looks like. Approved meeting minutes for, oh, hold on, I gotta change the view because I know you can't see the other window. Ah ha ha, there we go. All right, so approved meeting minutes for September, October, November, any special meeting minutes. Please include all lists of reports that were approved, AP reports, resolutions, amendments, attachments. Current list of committees and members operating under Lawrenceville Borough Authority. Any meeting minutes or agenda and meeting schedules for said committees. Please attach active employees and current pay rates as of 12/14/2022 and any volunteers, because there's also insurance for volunteers, and there are people that volunteered. They were painting in the building today. Thank you guys for that. Thank you very much, Hank. Thank you, Hank, for reconsidering and kind of giving everybody a chance to step back and say, hey, let's take a closer look at this budget and are we doing the right thing? And I hope that's what comes from this. That's what I hope comes from this. I'm not just trying to pick on one person. But Miss Cat is right. Everyone that sits up there, you have a role. You took an oath. You made an agreement. So everybody that sits up there, Cat's been in that position. And I'm the first one to admit that we're human. We make mistakes. Shit happens. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it, and you just gotta adapt and overcome. All right, and I find this as a constant theme when I'm dealing with Lawrenceville. Even going to Elkland for the first time, I did a human services meeting in Tioga. When I first started going to the commissioners meetings, guys, this is all my first time too. Don't think that I'm not a nervous human being, and I laugh, so I laugh in uncomfortable moments where you shouldn't because I'm nervous. See, so you gotta watch me for that. Anyway, my right to know request, water and sewer. I did ask for plant status. Someone asked in my comments on Facebook earlier today if I got a status update. Didn't. Unfortunately, we all write disclaimers now in our email, so I can only show you the documents that are attached to them. What I can do is tell you what was said. I did not get any canceled checks or proof of payments. I got no updates, water sample testing from October to now. Obviously, response to DEP v. Lawrenceville Borough, they don't want to give this to me because it's in current litigation. I got to look a little closer, and I'll contact the Office of Open Records if I have to find out. But I would like to know why the request for the extension on some of these. Oh my gosh. It's more news, but it's not news I want to talk about with you guys. So anyway, I got some of this, so I'll tell you. I showed you a bunch of what I got, but I got September 6th, September 22nd, October 3rd. I got August AP. I got employees. Their rates are attached, so I'll get this posted for you guys. I got those invoices for Apex, and obviously the resolution regarding public meetings, we already seen that. So if anybody wants to volunteer, I mean, I'm accepting meeting minutes, because I'll tell you, I can't remember half the time anymore what month when things happen, and I'm so full of information. And as I get more saturated, I become more unreliable. So I very, very depend on documents, and these meeting minutes to go back and find accurate information. And unfortunately tonight, that was just a small part. I didn't have a lot of time to go through them. I got those today. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you always for your support. Friday's like Christmas Eve, I think, or getting real close to Christmas Eve. We talked about Mike maybe coming in and doing a Facebook stream with me, so maybe our next one will be on Facebook. We might do it that way, because I'd still like to see what it looks like to bring someone on live. It says that we can do that. Yeah, so I'd like to do some experimenting, and Mike volunteered for that, so let's see if we can get him to do that. So as usual, guys, it's getting really cold. I mean, I've got my heating pad. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been like hugging it. I got my sweater on, and I've got the candles lit for heat. So those tea light candles, I mean, I used to have like 10 or 15 of them. Put them around there, they'll heat the room. The TV costs electricity and such, so TV too. And it's gonna get cold. So if you've got outside animals, please get your hay, be prepared, check on your elderly people, make sure they've got eggs, bread, milk, make sure you've got eggs, bread, milk, even though you might have to give both of your arms and your firstborn child for them. Make sure you've got some supplies for a couple of days, make sure your heat tape is plugged in. I don't know how many other kind of things can I go through, but you need to have some of those tea light candles. I mean, it's warmed up in here quite a bit. Not that my computer doesn't not help, but there's a few things you can do to help. Put blankets over your windows. That does heat. I don't very rarely turn it on, because I can only imagine what the damn thing costs, because it's electric, but you can safely do some things like that just to help in areas where you're sitting in. And always bundle up, put a blanket in your car, maybe a chain or a tow hook. We're into winter. That's what I love about being up north. So thank a veteran, guys, for our freedom to do this. Invite them to one of our parties. I think our First Amendment is at stake. And yeah. So that's a statement that I never, ever wanted to make, and I didn't know how much it would mean the older that I got. So thank a veteran. Check on your neighbors. Make sure your pets are inside, and your pets that are too big to be outside. Make sure that they have everything they need, and have a good Christmas. So, if I don't see you Friday, because I'm not going to make a promise, yeah, do your thing. What a great song to end it on. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for joining. See you next time. If I can find the button to close it out now. Ha!